Despite competing against one another for 21 years, the Grand Rapids Griffins and Milwaukee Admirals met just one time in the playoffs during the first 19 seasons. Now the team the Griffins have played more than any other in their 2+ decades of existence will serve as a first-round playoff opponent for the second consecutive season and third time overall. Welcome to that wonderful time of year when the weather turns warm, but there is still the cool air and riveting atmosphere inside the great hockey arenas of North America. That will be the case this Friday night when the Griffins host the Milwaukee Admirals at Van Andel Arena in Game 1 of a best-of-5 Central Division semifinal series. This is our series preview, compliments of Michigan First Credit Union. The Griffins come off a highly successful regular season, finishing with 3 straight wins to reach 100 points for the 6th time in franchise history, and the second since the 76-game schedule was implemented by the AHL in 2011 and 12. Grand Rapids has now been to the postseason 5 straight years and 15 times overall, and owned 1 Calder Cup from 2013. Captain Nathan Page, along with Brian Lashoff and Mitch Callahan, are the last 3 still around to forever savor that championship, and they know the commitment it takes and how special it would be to win another one.
Yeah, of course, that's your goal going into every season, and every time you got an opportunity and you actually get in the playoffs, you're just that much closer. And there's only 16 teams now, and you can kind of see that. There's a possibility, and we know the type of group we have here, and we're excited.
Yeah, the experience that we had during that championship run was amazing. The fans really get the support is amazing. They really get out to the rink every home game, and it's something that we really want to repeat again.
Yeah, not every day you get a special team like we have right now. It's one of those things where it's a hard trophy to win. We got to embrace it and take full advantage of our roster and compete every game and every day to get better and win a championship.
And how about the original Griffin, Todd Nelson, the very first player signed back in 1996? Nelson has become a highly successful coach, guiding his team to the playoffs in all 6 seasons, 4 with Oklahoma City, and now back-to-back with Grand Rapids. He is yet to hoist the Calder as a coach, something he would dearly love to add to his resume.
Yeah, you know what? Won it as a player and also an assistant coach, but it'd be nice to win the Calder Cup as a head coach. And we have a special group of players here, and I think that we can make some noise in the playoffs.
The Griffins will go into the postseason with a near full complement of players. Injuries sidelined Eric Tangradi and Tyler Bertuzzi for 8 and 7 games respectively until their return for the last 2 regular season games, while the Red Wings had as many as 4 players during most of the last 6 weeks of the campaign. The Griffins stumbled a bit during those weeks, going 1-5-0-1 in a 7-game span, but when the reinforcements arrived, the Griffins finished the year with 3 straight wins, limiting their opponents to 4 goals while scoring 10 themselves, 4 of which were on the power play. And that power play led the league at 24.4% and will be important to the team's success in the postseason. Not enough time to break down each player, but keys to these Calder Cup playoffs for Grand Rapids will be the aforementioned Tangradi, who had points in each of the last 9 games and 14 of the final 15, and was, simply put, in beast mode. And then there is Tyler Bertuzzi, who in just 2 seasons has scored 14 goals in 23 postseason games, 6 of them game winners, which is the most in franchise history. Jared Coro will be looked upon as the go-to guy in net for the Griffins. His playoff experience is somewhat limited, but the numbers are impressive, sporting a 2.21 goals against average and a save percentage of .935 in 4 games. Grand Rapids will look to build on their recent playoff success. No other AHL team has played as many games or series as the Griffins over the past 4 years, and their 34 playoff victories and 8 series wins are tops as well. Grand Rapids, thanks to an overtime win by Chicago in the last day of the regular season, finished a point behind the Wolves for the Central Division title. They go into the playoffs as the division's number 2 seed with the 6th best record overall in the 30-team AHL at 47-23-1-5. Milwaukee, until missing the playoffs in 2014-15, had qualified in an impressive 12 consecutive seasons, and now 14 of the last 15. They, too, own 1 Calder Cup title accomplished in 2004. The Admirals are the number 3 seed in the Central Division after going 43-26-4-3. They were a better team on the road, 12 games over 500 versus 5 games over in their first year home, the downtown Milwaukee Panther Arena. Special teams were good, finishing top 10 in both power play and penalty kill. With parent Nashville up in their first-round Stanley Cup playoff series against Chicago, 3 players eligible to return to the Admirals will remain with the Predators, including Milwaukee's leading scorer Pontus Aberg, along with Kevin Fiala, who had 8 points in 3 games against the Griffins during the regular season. Goaltender Jussi Saros posted a microscopic 1.84 goals against in 15 games for the Admirals and is currently serving as the backup to Pekka Rinne in Nashville. The Griffins have home ice advantage, therefore host games 1 and 2 this Friday and Sunday at Van Andel Arena before the series moves to Milwaukee for Game 3 on Wednesday, April 26th. If necessary, Game 4 stays in Milwaukee on Friday, April 28th. If it goes 5 games, the series returns to Grand Rapids on Monday, May 1st. We encourage you to follow all the action of the team's radio home for the Calder Cup playoffs, ESPN 961 FM. And watch parties are also available for all road games, and those will be offered at the downtown Peppino's Pizzeria and Sports Grill. Our series preview has been brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union for the Griffins. I'm Bob Kaiser.